Hello, people of the internet and the tubes that brought you to my channel. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Out of the Park Baseball 17 and Premier League Baseball. I am F5 Penguin. You can find me all over social media at F5 Penguin. And this is episode 4 of our GM Sim for the PLB. In the last episode, in case you missed it or are catching back up, since we are doing a lot of these every single day, hopefully the trend continues. Balancing between work and the kids and the games are a little bit difficult, but we're trying. So in the last episode, whichever you want to call it, we had opening day. Things got a little bit rough. It was not the best scenario at all. We are 3-7, and we're having we need more power. Obviously, we looked at a couple of free agents with power, but no eye. I don't know what to do at that point. I'm going to hold off on signings of free agents. I just changed the lineup a little bit and hoping that works out. And some of our pitching is questionable, and we made those changes. And we had a couple of injuries, and we adjusted for the injuries as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the latest sim. Every time I do this with you all, I download the latest file from the server, and it gives me the latest sim. And I don't look at it beforehand. Figure we could do it together if we're going to do this anyway. Maybe once or twice I'll do it for free agency to look ahead of time to see what I want to do. But for the most part, I'll download it as we do the episodes. So let's give this a shot. By the way, I'm using a new encoder. Hopefully it creates better quality content for the video side of things. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if this is better than the previous one we had before, which I thought was a little bit blurry. Not great for a tech sim, right? So we'll see. We'll see if this works better. I haven't really tested it. I'm just gonna try it as we go. And hey, look at this. We are 6-8 now. So we were 3-7, and we just went 3-1. That's not bad. We do have an injury we have to get to. That is red. You'll notice in my inbox as well, there's a bunch of league news on the right here that lists everything in the entire league. My inbox, if I go to news and mail, I only have it set up for my team only. So I'm only going to get news for my team. I'm going to get every single piece of news about my team, but only for my team. Occasionally, I guess we'll look over at the league news and see if there's anything pertinent, but most of the time, it's not. I get the news I need over here, 15 out of 18 in the power rankings, blah. Espinosa's out for 5 months. We'll get to that shortly. Let's go ahead and look at Cobra shining in the Atlantic's win. We win 14-4 against Troy Rivieres, who again was one of the top teams coming into the season. So let's take a look at the box score and see what we did here. 14-4. We put up 6 in the first, 5 in the fifth, and 3 in the seventh. Hey, now we're doing things. Maybe the lineup change worked. Looking down the list real quick, Philpott again is on fire. Had 3 hits and 4 RBIs. You can't complain there. Fountain is doing well, and I'm glad I stuck with him for 2 seasons. He's going to produce runs, and I'm okay with that. Kober, he's a guy I needed to step up. I needed him to do well, and he's doing well. He had 3 hits, 3 runs, a 289. That's better than where we've been before. Maybe we had him at the top of the lineup last season. Maybe this is where he needs to be. And looking down the list here, even Clark got a hit. Again, Clark got a hit. And Espinosa and Weiss both had some hits as well. So this is good because we're starting to get some hitting. We're 14 runs. Against a 7-4 team. This is not bad. I am okay with this. Let's take a look at the line score for pitching here. Clark pitched 6 innings, 3.48. Not his near 2 ERA, but this is good. And then Romero didn't actually do terrible, even though he didn't do what I wanted him to. And McGurk came in as the specialist against the lefties, it looks like here. Pitched 2 innings and walked out with a decent ERA as well with 2 strikeouts. So that's not bad. I like that they're getting more pitches. That's important. I like that they're also pitching a full inning now. That is important too. I made those adjustments in strategy to hook them less quickly to allow them to pitch a little bit more, kind of get some rhythm going. Looking here, Clark also got his first win. That is important. Player of the game, Justin Kober. I'm paying that guy like $400,000 a year, right? Let's go look at the contract. $360,000 a year. He better start producing, and it looks like that's what's happening right now. So I am thrilled about that result. Atlantic's bump off the same team again because that was a 3-game series at the top of the season here, 8-3. Let's look at the box score. And Philpott, we scored. Let's see. Look at the top real quick. two runs in the fifth, two in the eighth, and then four, four in the ninth, and that is what's gonna do that. Burleson goes on to get another win, and let's see, Philpott, who's tied for second in the major league with a 525 on base percentage. Holy crap! He went 1 for 4 with a walk. That's not the best result, but hey, if he's in second in the league, that means that's my guy I'm paying $700,000 a year for. I'm glad he's doing well. Again, you can see he batted almost 400. That's really good. Grandjean, not so much again. Left 3 on base, but Philpott and Fountain have done the same thing. Looking down the list here, Pena, Hymas, just kind of average. It's what I've expected to see from them. But again, Cobra's above 275. I don't know what the league average is for just hitting average. I have no clue. But I'll take anything above 250 at this point if I can get contact and kind of produce some runs. Because my pitching, and this is an example of my pitching, this is a good game pitched. Despite whatever happened on the other side that led to this, this is a good game pitched. I'm under 3.5. League average, again, I say is 4 to 4.5. I'm under 3.5, and I had Nieves come in and pick up when Zelaya was out. So that's perfect. I am thrilled with that win. And then, of course, they're going to lose 10 to 4. I don't understand the simming engine sometimes because these back-to-backs are so one or the other way. And I know pitchers can have an off game, but I couldn't imagine it's that bad, especially when I had, oh, no, it's Chavez. Okay. I thought Chavez and Williamson. Okay. Do I even need to look? It's 10 to 4. We put up 4 runs in the first 2 innings. No errors. So my fielding percentage was great. I had people hitting. Look at this: 375, 364, 400, 275, 289, 333. I've had people hitting. That was a bad pitched game. Let's just chalk it up to that. That was a bad pitched game, and I'm looking to move Chavez and maybe put him on a pitch count. Because 7th inning, when did you come in? You pitched 1.2 innings. Yeah, so you blew it in the 7th. Maybe I put him on 80 pitches. What do you think, guys and girls? See, again, I'm catching myself. So that was a pitcher's problem right there. And now, Nick Hussey, my team trainer, has informed me that Espinoza has been diagnosed with a broken kneecap. Holy crap. How do you break your kneecap? Wow. Let's go look at that mail real quick here. Broken kneecap on the 30th. We're in the 5th of July. It's the 5th of July. I should say that at the beginning of the game, by the way. Every time I start the episode, I will say it is whatever game date we are in. Out for the rest of the year. That's not good. He didn't really do too well. So that's not bad. He was just a filler, and now that means I got to call up somebody from the AAA, and we will do that. So let me delete that message. Let's look at the series preview. We got Starks, Martin, and Clark. We should win these 3 games. Looking at the record for the Lemurs, they're on a 4-game winning streak. They're tied for 14th with number of runs scored, so that might be worse than us. I'll look at our stats here in right now. Let's see where we sit. We're 6th in runs scored right now, guys and girls. Look at this. We are 6th. Oh, that makes me so happy. On base percentage 3rd. Stolen base is 5th. Okay, so that's where Philpott and Grandjean are getting their games in. But surprisingly, our pitching now is taking a tank. So it's like back and forth. I don't know what we need to do. I've left everything the same from last season, minus a couple of call-ups. I should not be getting this happening, but here we are. Everything's reversed, and our defensive efficiency is getting back up. It's now in 4th. I think it was 5th last time we looked. So that's not bad. Let's go ahead and finish out the review, and then we'll take care of some things. So we'll delete that message, and the Lemurs lost. Laredo, I believe, is a human-controlled GM. If I'm not mistaken, it is. It's Jake. That's fine. And we won 5-2. Starks gets his 2nd win. Hey, prospect. What's up, Starks? We're doing it. All right, let's take a look here. So they scored 2 in the first, and we picked up ours in the middle, and we won 5-2. I cannot complain. 2 earned runs for Starks, 2nd year pitching, 1st year as a permanent starter. That's not bad at all. So looking at our averages real quick. Smart, again, I'm not seeing anything from Smart to a degree where it's going to wow me. Neither with Hymas, and those 2 are swapping versus left and right-hand pitchers at the top of the lineup. Might have to make a leadoff adjustment there, but I know Philpott and Fountain are locked in to those positions, and it's working for them. You can see the stats right here. and Grandjean left 4 on base. So that I'm gonna have to upgrade my shortstop, and I know that going into it. I let Steele go. He wasn't producing what I wanted. Now he's doing really great playing for KC, but I couldn't afford him either if I wanted to keep Zelaya and uh, Philpott. So we had to make a decision, and I let one go, and I'm suffering here. Maybe I can make a call up, but I have a shortstop injured in the minors, so that might not be able to happen right now. Kleinmeyer's not producing either. I think he just needs some more time. I really do. So let's take a look at the pitching. Zelaya with the save, and that's nothing new for me. I like seeing that. And we're keeping Starks at 3. Hey, 7 Ks, I'm okay with this. And he's pitching a full game. He's pitching 121 pitches, and 78 of them are strikes. So this is good numbers for pitching now. That's where my pitching needs to be, and I'm totally content with that. So going back to our front here, we are now 6-8. We are 3rd in the division. We are 3 games back from Fargo. And looking at the leaders here, we're not even close. So 440, and we lead our team 377. 3 home runs is the lead. 14 RBIs. We're not going to be leading the league this season, I don't think. We might lead in some ERA stuff. I don't know yet. It all comes down to it to see what we want to do. I don't know. It's kind of up in the air. The good news is our attendance is going up, and I want to show you that before we make the adjustments in the lineup here for the injuries, and we'll check the other injuries as well. Front office here, let's take a look at attendance. And we are at 26,000 per game. We're up 47%. We were up 44% last game. And we had a sold-out game. Look at that. 30,000 people showed up for that game. So our revenue should go up because of this, and we'll look at accounting. And we can see we're still tracking to make the same amount of money. It's slightly higher, I think, from last time we looked. But this is what we need to generate revenue. We have $188,000 of gate. We're expected to do 1.1 million. We need to break that number a little bit higher. We need to get to the playoffs. Is really what it comes down to. We'll make the playoff revenue, and then we won't be negative for the season. I don't know if that can happen. Taking a look at our player development, I know we need to take some time and look at the minor leagues. That will probably happen tonight now that I'm caught up with things. I'm still 2nd out of 18 with, I think it's the Tallahassee team is 1st in their minor league system, but I have a couple of amazing prospects that are ready to come up. Speaking of prospects ready to come up, let's go take a look at Espinoza. He is out, so we're putting him on the DL. He's gone for the season, so 60-day DL. He's up at the top. Let's take a look at injuries here. Harrington, diagnosis pending, so he's fine. Curtis is out for 5 days. They'll fill that in. No big deal. My managers down there will take care of that. Looking down here, Jaconia out for 5 weeks. That is not good. 7-day DL. And Perdomo's pending. That's one of my top guys. I'm hoping that's not the case. What's weird is my second baseman and my shortstops always get injured. It's crazy. So I'm hoping that I can get some roles to fill in, but I have so many pitchers I can't really fill in holes. That's kind of the problem. Looking at our list here, we have a couple of guys that are going to be out for a long time. You can see here in the minors, and I got 2 major league guys that are currently out for the season. That's obviously a problem. So we need to make a call up. I don't know who to bring up at this point. Let's take a look at our Dallas team real quick and see if we need to make an adjustment here. I got 2 guys that are out, but again, diagnosis pending. Hopefully it's nothing serious because I'd like to call up Harrington. That would be the guy I would call up. Now I can't. That is a problem that exists. I might have to make a bump here and call up Anderson, but I might just need a utility player. Do I need to call somebody up is the question. So let's go look at the major league. I have Kleinmeyer. I can just use him. If he has a rating for first base, does he? I don't know. Let's see. First base he doesn't have a rating for, so he can't play in first base, but he can play as a pinch hitter, and Cobra's not going to get tired. And I forgot that I set him up for every 5th game, Kleinmeyer, so Alston will be swapped out every 5th game. I thought it was when he was tired. Not so much. But I will just put Kleinmeyer in there, and I'll just leave it. Boom. Kleinmeyer will fill, and I'll do that for the left and right-hand pitchers. You'll also notice that we have DH, but we don't use DH in the league. It's all basically National League rules, so we have a pitcher as a hitter. No DH, so I don't have to worry about the DH lineups, even though I do usually set them just out of habit. I think we'll leave Kleinmeyer. I don't think we need anybody else unless that diagnosis comes back clean in the next sim, and if it does, then I'll just call up Harrington. He will make a debut up there since I will need a player. Let's say this. So We'll see what the diagnosis is, and then we'll make some adjustments because, as you can see, I only have one baseman in each league. That is obviously a problem that needs to be adjusted. So we'll have to see where we can make those adjustments. I do have a couple of second basers and third basers in my international complex. I might look at some ratings and swap some people. I don't know yet. That's not good though. I need some utility players. Basically, I need one utility player in the minors in AAA that I can call up for the season. And if I can do that, I will be okay. One infield utility. I will take a look in the free agency. And maybe this is where we reach into free agency. What do you think, everyone? Do you think we go to free agency and grab the first baseman we were looking at? I think we had this guy. Sign a free agent. Let's go to all batters and go to power. We had a first baseman right here. Do we make the play for him right now? Do we do it? Contact 4, I6. Contact 5, I5. Who is better at this point? That's the question. Power versus left, power versus right is off the charts. I think we make this offer. We need it. That's going to be a good backup, and he can pinch hit. So let's go ahead and make the offer. We offer him a minor league contract. I can go here and offer the contract, or I can go here. Let's offer the contract. Let's give him a 10K signing bonus just to make sure we have him. Let's go with minor league option with major league option. And 10K if promoted. Minimum plate appearances for bonus. Let's do... Well, I don't want to do anything for that. I just want to make this offer. If he's not promoted 30 days into the season, the player is granted free agency. Okay, so the player will get a guaranteed 1-year contract if promoted to the active roster. If he's not promoted in the 30 days in the season, player is granted free agency. Okay, so that's saying with an option to go up if he plays well. I'm calling him up anyway. So let's just do that, and we'll get him for 10K. Submit offer. Boom. And we go to pending, and he is there. So that's good news. We'll take him. He's a veteran. He isn't one to rock the boat. That's a good thing because there was some static in the locker room last year. He's older, and he can knock the ball. And that's what I need, is someone who can knock the ball right now. If I can get a one-time production from him every series, I will be in better shape than I am now. That's what we're going to go with to make this call. So we'll leave the AAA as is. We'll look at the AAA in the next video. We will look at AAA. We will also probably sign a couple of infielders because we need them at this point. And then we will also take a look and see if that gentleman that we had that I can't remember his name right now, Inselman, if he re-signs or if he signs with the team. And we will see where our team is. 6-8 is in a good shape now, everyone. This is better. I'm okay. And looking at the WAR, we're not too far off 0 right now, and I'm okay with that as well. I got some guys down here that are, -1, right? So not the best. And you can see I got guys ready to come up. My game thinks they're ready. I know they're ready. I just have to wait for time to bring them up. If we get an injury, that's when we call them up, right? So we'll see what happens. A lot is up in the air. It is early in the season, but nevertheless, we are getting a little bit better, getting better all the time, as they say in the oldie song. So that said, I am F5 Penguin. You can find me on Twitter and all of the social media at F5 Penguin. The link is in the description for the website to the Premier League Baseball. This was OOTP Baseball 17, GM Mode Sim Episode 4. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video.